It is August 19th, Tuesday, and I am in a hotel room, and look at those trees. I'm so excited. So I'm in Washington State right now. Hannah and I flew to Portland, Oregon. That's where the major airport is where we live, or where I used to live. And because I'm from Vancouver, Washington. And my cousin is getting married, and we are so excited. And she told us a few months ago, and the first thing I thought was, I have to go to this wedding. I mean, have to go to this wedding. This is a wedding that I absolutely cannot miss. I was trying to figure out the last couple months how this was going to happen, but everything worked out perfectly. And so Hannah and I had to buy, this is so bad, I had to buy one-way tickets to afford it because that's the only thing that could come out of my paycheck were enough for one-way tickets. So I paid for one-way tickets. That's a little stressful, but tomorrow I get paid again, and I will buy our tickets to fly back next Sunday. So, but anyway, we are here, and we had quite a trip coming. So I'm going to show that to you now so you can see a little bit of our journey. All right, Hannah, we are at the airport. Come on, let's go. Are you excited? Okay, come on. Grab your water.
I'm so scared. I'm scared.
Take your water.
I'm scared.
All right, we got all of our stuff.
Here, Mother.
All right, Hannah, give me a hug.
Hug, hug, hug.
Bye, bye, bye.
Love you too.
Bye, bye.
Obey mommy.
But Mommy would.
Yeah, we don't want him to crash the van.
Yeah, or else Mommy
Now that it's paid for.
Or else Mommy will scream in your ear. Yeah, I told Mommy to scream in his ear.
All right, let's go. Okay. All gates and ticketing. I guess we can go either way.
Let's go.
So now
Train.
we're gonna go on a train to our gate. All right, here it is.
Why?
So let's go to the back and sit down. Okay, come on, go. You go in front of me. Go to the back. Good, I've never gotten to sit down before.
Slower.
I can get a really good look at everything. I hope I see some new things.
Oh, you will. Okay, come on, get in front of me. Go. Okay. This is it. Nope. See, there's our plane. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there was water. There's a drip. You excited? This is it.
Yeah.
We're getting on the plane.
We're gonna go on the plane and we're moving.
Okay, here we go. There's the end. Front.
This is the plane door. This is the plane. Is this the...
Okay, we are sitting down, and there's the window. So it rained a little bit.
And clean the plane off.
Yep.
Hey, look, we have reading books.
It's just a map and stuff.
Yes. Oh, I love maps.
So this is where we are, right here. And we're gonna fly all the way to, where's Colorado? Right here.
Colorado.
Hold it up a little bit. Hold it up, hold it up. We're gonna fly there all the way to
Colorado.
there.
So we're in Florida, and then we're gonna fly all the way to Denver, Colorado.
That's right.
I
And
forgot.
then from there, we're gonna fly, hold it still, fly all the way to Oregon.
And then
Because it was 1923 when they built the Flying Scotsman. Second thing you can do to help us with safety is listen to the flight attendants. Their primary responsibility today is to help us all stay safe, and they work hard to do that, so let's make their job easier and follow their directions.
These additional life rafts may be found in the
That
safety
plans
information
to-
card. You will also find instructions for use of the escape lines. Escape lines are designed to assist passengers evacuating through a window exit and while on the aircraft wing during a water evacuation. They are located in marked overhead bins in the mid-cabin.
yeah, that.
See the wing? Oh look at the wing. What is that on the wing?
Oh,
There's something on the wing. It's a lizard. It's one of those, I think it's a bearded dragon.
It is a bearded dragon.
Cool. Look out the window. You ready?
And a whip. I'm literally so excited that I'm literally vibrating and I'm trying not to vibrate. Wow!
We're off the ground.
We're off the ground. Oh! We're off the ground. We're off the ground.
Look at that.
This is so cool. We're at the clouds. I'm still vibrating.
This is the first time you've ever been in the clouds, Hannah. Can you believe we're seeing everything from the sky?
No. What if we were actually in the clouds?
We're in them right now. Look, we're passing them.
No, but what
There's
if
some down below us.
now I get to see what it's like above a cloud?
Yeah, we're level with the clouds. See that?
We're above clouds. Wow. This is so cool. Wow. Whoa. Where are those mountains? Where are those mountains?
I think we're getting close to Denver.
Oh, I see the mountains.
I got a Cobb salad.
I got a Lunchable.
You got a Lunchable and a turkey and Swiss sandwich with everything on it. So
I
yummy.
got a kind of Lunchable with some salami. I love this stuff. And cheese, like white cheese. It's so good. And these are the same types of crackers, and they are so good.
Delicious. Great. Let's eat. So we are in the Portland, Oregon airport, and they really made some improvements. This is really cool. They're not real, but it's still pretty.
And
Grandma's coming to get us. We gotta go. Look, there's the exit. So that's kind of a new improvement they made years ago. And we are just waiting to be picked up. And that's the parking garage. Pretty sure those plants are real. Yeah, pretty sure. So it is Sunday morning, 7:18 a.m. So we got about 4 hours of sleep, or Hannah's still sleeping. But we are here in Vancouver, Washington. I think this is still Vancouver, because right over there is Camas, the neighboring city. So, but I think this is technically still Vancouver. But look, there is a tree already starting to change. So I do miss that. So I didn't really expect to see that, but it is getting closer to September, and that's when things start really happening here as far as being fall. And this is a little coffee shop right next to us, which it looks very beautiful. It looks nice. It's called Tazo Coffee Shop, or DeTaza Coffee Shop. Drive-through coffee, but you can go in, of course. Looks like a really fancy version of Starbucks. So here is the king-size bed, and then it comes with a TV and a workstation with 2 chairs, and then a little chair over there, and a kitchen, a full kitchen, a dishwasher, and he said there was an oven, but where is the oven? Maybe he meant top burner. So there's a cooktop, and a microwave, and a full-size refrigerator, which my mom brought this and a French press for me, which is identical to the one I have. And then she bought my coffee, and poor thing didn't know that it came in whole bean. And I brought my own coffee grinder, and she had it ground at the store, so I felt bad that she went through that extra step. So, but now I don't have to grind it. So, and she got us a couple things, and she put in all this stuff, fruit and stuff, and yogurt, my yogurt I eat, just to get things started for us, and some butter. So, thought that was nice. And yeah, so it looks like it might get sunny. Looks like the sun's starting to come up a little bit. And so Hannah and I will go rediscover Vancouver. When I was growing up, all this was nothing but fields, of course. And now it is so developed. And I used to live, you go down this road, take a left, go all the way. And my old house that I grew up in is way, way over there. So anyway, we made it safely, and we're gonna have some fun. Okay, so this is just a trail along a road along the river.
Those are boys. I literally have a pet tarpon. And
Look at the ducks. And that is
so let's go near
the river. So this was one of my favorite walks when I lived here, and I had an apartment not far from here, and I would just walk from my apartment and walk all the way down here.
bunch of bees.
Oh, there's an airplane coming in. Oh, he's taking off.
There was another plane. Look at that tiny bird.
And see, there's like a little beach area here, kind of a bigger beach area, where you can hang out and pretend you're at a beach. Look at the sailboats. Isn't that pretty?
I want to come here every day.
And these are like really nice condos. Yeah, so that was our trip in getting here, and we've had a little fun so far. We, like I showed you, walked the waterfront of Vancouver last night. So I'm just soaking it in. Right now we're gonna head to the gorge. So in the next video, I will show some more of the fun times we're gonna have here in Washington and Oregon. It's right on the border, so we just keep crossing the river to get between the two states. And then I'll show the wedding also. But anyway, I wanted to update you too on some very exciting news that is happening with me also, aside from this trip, which is amazing. You know, I'm so glad to finally get a type of vacation without running from a hurricane. I feel like the only time I ever get to stay in a hotel is when I'm running for my life from a hurricane. Some exciting things. I don't know if it was the last video that I had. Hannah's running around if you're hearing that noise, aren't you? You're supposed to save your energy for hiking. Listen, when we're on the trail, you can't get tired. I mentioned in one of the, I think I mentioned in one of the last videos, if not the last video, that I was thinking about looking for a new job. My job, you know, I like the doctors and everything, but they're not very good when it comes to being employers. And there's a lot of trouble with that I won't get into. I mean, you know, they're pleasant and nice to work with, and they're always saying thank you, and my doctor's always complimenting me and telling me that he just couldn't do this without me. And even just last week, he's like, I'm so glad you're here and all this kind of stuff. Actually, it was a week before now because he's been gone for almost 2 weeks. So he'll be coming back. He's on a vacation. He's in Europe right now. So then I took this trip to see my cousin get married. I ended up applying for a couple of jobs on Indeed.com and opened up my resume to be visible to employers and was bombarded with employers wanting interviews, and it was a lot. But, you know, I just, being in dental for this long, you know which ones you really should not, you know, continue with and which ones are better than others. I mean, that is really with any job. I mean, I know which ones to avoid and which ones are worth looking into. And so I had 2 offices that looked promising, but at the end of the day, one was not any better of a drive than one of the offices because we have 2 locations. So the drive was not going to be any better. It was still going to be a solid hour 15 minutes one way. And that's just because of congestion, not necessarily because it's so far away, but because of congestion and school traffic and everything like that, construction. So I had to tell them I'm gonna have to cancel my interview, you know, it's just gonna be too far. And then another one looked promising, and it was a husband and wife team. But the problem with that one was, so it would be the same pay, it would be a higher pay, but it'd be the same pay because they don't work on Fridays. So I decided to withdraw my application from that place also because I would basically be working even harder in general dentistry with the same pay. And general dentistry, if you don't know anything about it, for a dental assistant, it is back-breaking. For general dentistry, I have to go to the chiropractor at least once every 2 weeks, and of course have to have massage therapy every two weeks also. So to maintain, you know, I mean, it's pretty brutal. Just bending over people for hours on end. So anyway, so I knew that one wasn't really the answer either, you know, and I love endodontics, you know, I love doing root canals all day long, just root canals. I love it. And I don't do them obviously, but I'm assisting the dentist who does them. So, but it's fun and easy. Oh, there's a little munchkin in the background. Is that a munchkin? Okay, go brush your teeth.
I'm trying to find my shoe.
So there was this one job that came up a couple months ago that I applied for, but I don't think I completed the application. For some reason, I don't think it went through. And then I got kind of scared and I just withdrew because I thought there's no way that this is real. And I mean that they were offering a very healthy compensation wage. And I just, you know, a lot of dental assistants will see that and go, that can't be, you know, true, because we don't feel valued at all by, you know, just anyway. So dental assisting's been good for this little bit of my life, but I wish that I had either become a hygienist or just done something complete, you know, like nursing or something that gets a better wage. And especially with the way things are now. So I withdrew my application a couple months ago. Well, in the process of these applications that I had done recently, that job popped up again. And this is the crazy thing. After I said no to the second one, saying, I'm sorry, after giving it some thought, I'm gonna have to withdraw my application, this job came up again. And I'm like, this has to be the real deal. Like, this has to be, there's something to this, that this would come up again. So I applied. Long story short, the doctor called me and talked to me for a half an hour on the phone, and she liked our conversation so much that she offered me the job right then and there on the phone. And a little bit, like little bit later, just a couple seconds later, I'm like, I backtracked. I'm like, so just to be clear, you know, so you just offered me the job? She kind of laughed. And, oh, yes, yes. So anyway, I have been back and forth with her hiring team. She hired a dental hiring company to do the background check type stuff, to send me a formal application to fill out with DocuSign that I had to put into DocuSign myself and stuff like that. And I mean, so far things are going smoothly, and I am like, I'm still in shock that I will be getting, you know, a good raise with the same amount of hours. Because of that, this is the thing. So all of you wonderful, beautiful, amazing, generous people that donated to my GoFundMe, you got me a third of the way there with the sperm money. And of course, you guys paid for you guys donated most of what was needed for, I had to put in some money of my own too, but it was almost completely paid for by the donations to get the eggs and to do the deposit for the IVF with the donor eggs. So again, you guys are awesome. And the GoFundMe made that possible, but then I've had nothing left, and except I've had donations come in that have, like I said, raised a third of the price of the sperm. Well, because I'm getting this new job, I will be able to get the rest of the money very easily now for the sperm, because before it was still going to be incremental with every paycheck, just, you know, $100 here, maybe $200 there toward the sperm. So, you know, again, going to take a while to get that together. Well, now that I'm getting this new job, and I'm not, of course, telling I'm so basically, you know, just going to show up pregnant one day and be like, hey, I'm pregnant. But, you know, it's a female doctor, so, and she's got children, so she's got to understand. And, you know, and then I want to work with other women. So it's always kind of like a fear of what are they going to think or say. But ultimately, this is my number one priority, is having a family. So, but you know, a good quality job should understand that, and they should support that. You know, that's why it's kind of hard to be a woman sometimes, because you kind of need to do it all. And sometimes, you know, you have to have a good job and you're the one having the kids, you know. But either way, I am so excited. And so I just, again, want to thank all of you who have supported through watching my videos, the wonderful comments, the encouragement, and donating to my GoFundMe. Just couldn't have done any of this without you. Certainly not, you know, I mean, you just have been amazing, and I am so grateful. And I'm going to close my GoFundMe now, and I will no longer have a GoFundMe. I will no longer need a GoFundMe. That to me is a total godsend. Who's that little munchkin? So now we get to have a little brother and sister even sooner. Oh, and she lost a tooth. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And again, just can't believe that you all have been hanging in there with me. I feel like it's taking forever. Here it is, August. I'm finally going to be able to purchase the sperm and do the fertilization. The only thing is, you know how I am kind of a diehard about things. Because my cycle has come back full force, and my husband's health insurance actually covers IVF, which is insane to me. That's what they told me on the phone, that fertility assistance is covered. And I might just try my own. So I'll purchase the sperm and have it in my name. So, and then that is considered be, I think the first month is free. At least it has been in the past. I will see about doing my own egg retrieval and just see what happens. I don't know what will happen with my own egg retrieval. I might get 1 or 2 eggs, but you know, I'm always open for a miracle of having a healthy, normal egg be in the batch. So if not, I'll just know that I gave it my all, and I'm very happy to continue on with donor eggs and donor sperm and have some beautiful, amazing children from it. And I just feel really good about this. I'm just so curious to see how many eggs would actually come up. My guess is 1 or 2, but even when I was getting scans earlier this year, was it earlier this year or was it, I can't remember when my last scan was, but there were multiple eggs still in the scan. You know, there were like a couple, there were like 5 still. So it's just interesting. So I'm just interested to see what would happen, and to continue fasting and to continue with the bone broth and, you know, the supplements and stuff that I'm taking. I'm just curious to see what would happen. But either way, a baby will come in one way or another, and I'm just excited, and I'm so grateful for all of you who reach out to me to see if I'm okay or what's happening. Well, this is what's happening, and we'll see where we go from here. So, but anyway, I will include some fun footage of this week with the hiking and everything we're doing, and then the wedding on Saturday, and then we fly back Sunday, and then I give my 2 weeks notice at my current job, and I hope that goes smoothly. So anyway, because I helped another girl find another job too. So one of my friends and one of my coworkers that I really like, she actually took the job that I said was too far. So she took that job. So she's already given her 2 weeks notice, and then I am going to follow with next week giving my 2 weeks notice. And yeah, they're kind of in for a rude awakening, but you know, that's what happens when you don't manage your company well. So it's sad and unfortunate, but you know, we need to fight for our well-being, you know, especially as women. You know, we need to, you know, stand up for ourselves and do what's right for us, and, you know, and do the best and try to get the best we can, and not settle for less than what we should, you know, and not settle for less. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's it for me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.